Hey, what's up, you guys? Good to be back. It's good to be back once again. And today we got some, possibly exciting news. Today I woke up to some pretty good information on my phone, thanks to Google. But we're talking about Wolfenstein 3, a possible new entry, not Youngblood, an actual Wolfenstein 3 that focuses specifically on BJ Blazkowicz. I'm going to put the link down in the description below for you guys to read along, or at the very least do your own research initially. But let's just get right into it. So coming into this website, the Gamer, it's not just on the Gamer too. I think IGN, Polygon, and a whole bunch of other gaming websites started talking about this. But let's get right into it. Machine Games has confirmed that it plans on making a third Wolfenstein game at some point in the future, as it was always envisioned as a full trilogy. Get that? It was always envisioned that BJ Blazkowicz's story was going to be a trilogy, not just a 1-2 thing. Late last year, Machine Games blew us all away with Indiana Jones and The Great Circle. I actually didn't know that they made that game. I might have to take a look at that. Which took its first-person expertise and melded it with classic indie set-piece moments and puzzles. It was a big hit, and it seems very likely that Machine Games is going to end up following it with even more Indiana Jones games. As great as that is, though, there have been some worries that Machine Games would go the way of Insomniac and end up just making Indiana Jones games from now on. So they were basically postponed by quite a few different things, right? So with Youngblood coming out, this is when live service games, when people really had to believe, or developers and studios really had to believe that live action would be like this golden child for printing money. So they most likely put this third Wolfenstein installment behind and just kind of worked on this live service version of Wolfenstein, which actually didn't do really good. And I didn't even beat that game. It wasn't that great. But let's continue on. So let's continue. Over on Twitter, Clobrio shared an interesting tidbit that comes from NoClip's most recent documentary, which is focused on the creation of Wolfenstein: The New Order and its sequel, Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. Towards the end of the documentary, studio head Jerk Gustafsson reveals that the studio always planned for a trilogy. Gustafsson says that even during the first weeks of planning the very first game, Machine Games mapped out 3 whole games for BJ Blazkowicz, and that it always wanted to have those 3 games. The studio head says that the team still has a story to tell, and that he hopes it's not done with Wolfenstein yet. Me too, and I'm sure you watching this video is, basically thinking the same thing. Of course, what Machine Games wants to do and what Xbox wants to do are 2 very different things. But it sounds like the studio is very passionate about making another game, considering how well the last 2 games did, ignoring Youngblood. And take that into consideration. They are ignoring Youngblood, which means that they were forced to make Youngblood, in a sense, which even Machine Games seems to be doing. It doesn't seem unlikely that we'll see the story concluded in the future. Now, seeing as to how all of this is coming into play, it really makes me think that, when developers and producers or production companies sort of butt heads a little bit based off of creative freedom, it just makes me think that when we get mad or upset at like why certain things are getting created, it's best to understand why these things are getting created rather than just saying, oh, they're making it, and that, which means that they really want to make it. No, sometimes production companies put their foot down and force them to make some game with a concept that they believe will print them money. Now, after Youngblood failed, hell, anything could have happened after that. The production company may have believed, well, Wolfenstein isn't big enough, so because you guys didn't have the oomph or the push for a live service game. And I don't know a live service game out there that really did phenomenal in the first-person shooter field besides Destiny, maybe. And even then, Destiny is kind of going up and down in sparks. But yeah, man, this isn't really the only article that touches on this sort of thing. But I really want them to make a Wolfenstein 3, man. After getting the platinum on Wolfenstein 2 and what was the other one? The Old Blood. The Old Blood was actually really cool. It basically reignited my flame in love for this series, for Doom Guy's great granddad. But yeah, man, I really just wanted to show you guys this interesting topic because it's something that we all kind of want. And just like he said in the article, this is evergreen content. This is, murdering Nazis is always a evergreen content, is what he said, which is basically a concept that can live on for decades and centuries, if you will. But yeah, man, make sure you guys give the video a like. Comment down below what you guys think. Do you guys want a Wolfenstein 3? Do you not? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to give me a subscribe because I need that. Peace.